Hello there, BoBo the Bitcoiner is back. You hear my voice is a bit rough and low. I lost my voice 2 days back, but it's recovering well now. So hopefully this YouTube is clear enough for everyone. The subject today is the failure of FTX. Show why I hate trading. It's tragic that the people in America are being forced by the Federal Reserve monetary policy to take risks with their hard-earned capital. Those fortunate enough to already possess the wealth are buying overpriced home, overpriced stock, overhyped cryptocurrency, and Bitcoin. The collapse surrounding the centralized exchange FTX is the latest example of why I hate trading, especially when it comes to the shitcoin market. Not only do you bear incredible risk as you essentially gamble on the assets, but the entity that holds your money is gambling with your money to make their own money. Whether you get a fair share of it later or not is another matter. The well-informed investors will see fantastic return on investment well in excess of inflation and money printing, and enjoy the least amount of risk by investing in Bitcoin. I believe Bitcoin is the best saving technology in the history of our species. I'm confident that Bitcoin will outlive me, my children, and grandchildren, maybe grandchildren. Everybody knows financial market have been rigged in a long time already. Yet, we had no choice but to live with it. I want a level playing field. What I learned is there have been plenty of cronies and insider getting preferential treatment, making them rich for many decades, and it's getting worse now. I want something that operates on the level playing field and treats everyone the same. I want to buy and hold assets for a decade and more and be confident that it will hold its value. I want one that I won't lose sleep. The long-standing safe haven don't work anywhere when the Fed is devaluing the dollars at double digit every year. Add to the negative interest of having to pay the financial institution to manage your own money. Watch out for the middleman who sits between you and your investment. Everyone wants a cut of your wealth. Being a retired boomer, what I want is a saving technology that is so secure and bulletproof that it has no peer. Ideally, one that comes with its own digital delivery system, payment rail that will never been hacked or operates with a near perfect uptime. Well, what can you have? Of course, only Bitcoin, right? I want a saving technology that has no third party standing between me and my asset. I don't want an IOU from the bank or financial institution. I want Bitcoin. I want a saving technology that's so transparent that you can search the time chain or blockchain all the way back to the Genesis block. I want the saving technology that preserves my hard-earned wealth, life force, and purchasing power many years into the future with little risk. I want to save my asset that is based on absolute scarcity. I want to own an asset that can be bought and sold 24/7, 365 days a year, and more liquid than US Treasuries. I want an asset that you choose and still early in the dial-up phase of adoption. I want an asset that allowed me to opt out of the system or of the fiat system. You will find all the answer here in Bitcoin. Was the learning curve of Bitcoin steep? Absolutely. But it's worth it. What do you find if you put 100 or even thousands hours doing the homework? That is the return of investment in Bitcoin has made it far and away the best performing assets class for the last decade, and it has no competitor. With the war of adoption happening in Bitcoin by nation states, wealth fund, hedge fund, Wall Street and family offices, along with the recent increase of regulatory certainty, Bitcoin has been de-risked. Real Dalio prefer Bitcoin to bond. In my opinion, based on the extensive research, Bitcoin represents a lower risk profile than any assets in the manipulated interest rate world. Properly self-custody, which is a task by itself, it affords more or much less risk than the US dollar sitting in the bank. Why? Because I don't hold those US dollars in my possession. All I have from our bank and financial institution is an IOU for dollars. And throughout history, banks, governments, banks, nation states have an unseemly track record when the unexpected happen. And they have the power to take over the money outright, such as what happened in Canada, Cyprus, or through currency debasement. So for those still sitting on the fence, I encourage you to begin your homework today. Unfortunately, our school don't equip us with Bitcoin learning. This is so vital, so we have to learn ourselves. Closing your knowledge gap around the money and Bitcoin will give you an advantage over those lazy, ignorant, and fearful to do the work. And once you do, you won't regret it. As the prophet said, a journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. Bitcoin is a language that is well worth learning. All right, my friend. Bitcoin is also a belief system that is gaining through the network adoption faster than any other technology in human history. I suggest you get on the train or take the risk of getting run over by it. So here, summary is Bitcoin cannot be learned anywhere in school or anywhere. You have to learn it yourself. Spend hundreds or thousands of hours to understand it. Once you understand it, you will be able to get onto the train. Thank you for watching. See you next time. Bye-bye.